Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the trailer for the 2016 movie called Ben-Hur. Yes, Ben-Hur is actually a remake film from the 1950s. Yes, they did an earlier epic called Ben-Hur. And that film was iconic, splendid, great, amazingly entertaining. It was another biblical inspired epic film like this recreation of Ben-Hur. Yes, Ben-Hur is a biblical inspired film because during the story of Ben-Hur, Jesus Christ is out there spreading messages and healing people. In the original Ben-Hur movie, Christ was the figure looming and appearing and doing miraculous things in the world at the same time of the story of Ben-Hur. So that ties to the Ben-Hur story in a way. Like in terms of Ben-Hur needed Christ to heal his mother and sister. They were lepers because he was betrayed by the Romans, his whole family. They used to be royalty in Jerusalem. They were a royal family, and then of course the Romans betrayed them, and then the rest, as you know, is history. Ben-Hur then became a slave. He went from being a royal figure into being a slave, and then he eventually sought revenge against the Roman soldier that was his brother. He was like a brother to him, but he betrayed their whole family. So it was a massive chariot race near the end of the film, and this film was built around that chariot race, or that was the decisive victorious strike of Ben-Hur in terms of defeating the Romans in that grand spectacle event, of course. Okay, so this particular Ben-Hur, I don't believe I've gotten around to watching it yet, even though the film came out years ago. Yeah. So recently I sat down to watch the trailer to see if I would like sitting through this remake of Ben-Hur. And I must say that I had a good time watching this trailer. It was like watching a great adventure theme ride and much, much more. So it seemed like a very entertaining film based on the trailer. So I'm going to replay the trailer out and review this trailer. Okay, here we go. Okay, they're showing Jerusalem. This is around 2,000 years ago. This film looks nice. It has very beautiful scenes, and they recreated the beautiful buildings and structures and cities of that particular time. The scene is showing Roman elite soldiers, and then it's showing people that are domestic around Jerusalem. So Rome occupied Jerusalem at the time of Ben-Hur, and Jerusalem was considered, or Israel was considered, a province of Rome at that time. Okay, it's showing different scenes in this. Okay, it's showing the Roman betrayal of the royal family. He's thrown into slavery, and now he's on a ship, a part of a huge fleet of ships. I believe they're packed with slaves. In this particular movie, they had it like they were white slaves on those boats, though. And Ben-Hur was apparently one of them. Yeah, the Romans were indiscriminate with their slavery. They made anybody and everybody into a slave. They didn't care about skin color, religion, ethnic, race, gender. So at that time, there was many types of slaves that were bound down by the Roman Empire at that time. If you want to call the Roman Empire an occupation. All right. They're showing him, now they're showing a huge boat get sinked. Wow, it's a beautiful scene where there's a million big ships in it, and then one ship crashes into another ship intentionally. And then now the ship is shown being sunk. I believe that Ben-Hur is on this particular ship. Okay. Apparently he's rescued because he's on dry land now. He didn't drown or go down with the boat. Okay, Morgan Freeman is in this film too. They're showing him. He looks like a wise old wizard for that time. He's giving him advice. He's telling him the greatest way to defeat his enemies, or something like that. Okay. Now it's building to the amazing chariot race inside of Rome, Italy, of course. Wow, they recreated Rome very splendidly, I must say. They're showing all the decadent buildings and things. They're showing inside of the chariot arena where they have the big major chariot races. And the race is on the way. It's commenced. And in this type of race, the racers can die because it's very brutal and bloody. All right, I must say I'm not going to give too much away because I want you to see this film. How great. All right, I must say this film looks terrific from the trailer. Yep, it makes you want to go out and see it. All right, folks, let me know what you think about this one.